one comment, if possible. So, just to explain what is happening here in general. I mean, what value for business we see in using knowledge base. So, in the past, we developed 25 different systems for planning and scheduling, and all of them were hard-coded. And these all systems working in real time, but you know, in the beginning we have one set of criteria, preferences, constraints, and so on. But at the end, we have sometimes 10 times more criteria, constraints, preferences, and so on. For example, in railways, we started with 2 criteria that we were about to minimize average delays of trains and intervals of security intervals. But we ended with about 84 different criteria, which helps us to bring it to reality. And this is the main idea why we start using knowledge bases based on semantic internet, but not for typical task like annotation of internet pages, but to apply it for scheduling. So to use semantic networks to help specify requirements which each operation in technological or business process has. And it gives us now some flexibility to adapt schedulers' logic on the fly. And this is the main sense of what you see here in this demo. We are working now for Irkut. It is the biggest in Russia assembly factory in Irkutsk, and with some other application. And you can understand easily that such type of things can be applicable for project management, for many other areas, domains of application. But this is most innovative part of our developments, and we hope very much we find together some ways how to improve these all things and bring to our clients.
Yes, I understand. This is clearly something that I have seen people doing with some excellent, some other tools, which is very, very difficult when you have tens or even hundreds of people involved. So I can see the benefit here.
Yeah, because they're all different. So they all have different competencies, experience, talents, and so on. But from the other side, all tasks which they implement, they also have very, very, very specific requirements. Yeah, and if system is not recognizing the difference, is not able to make full or partial matching, taking in account all specific details of the situation, it doesn't generate any value. It generates plans which are so bad that even manually you are not able to adjust them. Like, for example, if you have, like we have in our example, like 5,000 interconnected tasks, and then you take traditional batch planner and it generates a schedule which is not feasible at all. But how can you make adjustments in Excel for 5,000 interconnected tasks? It's bullshit.
Yes, so, that's impossible.
Yeah, such schedules become not feasible at all. And for people, it is easy to start from the beginning and to do it just taking open slots and no more, nothing more. But in fact, you need to solve conflicts between all these things. And multi-agent technology helping us to find the right balance between all these things. This is the idea.
Very interesting.
Yes,
Okay,
this is very
good.
powerful way to
Hope
model.
so much. Yeah. With these developments, what I can say that in general, we are trying to shift paradigm in software. So to make step from traditional hierarchical, monolithical, sequential programs to asynchronic, parallel computing of different agents which trying to find the balance, making step to self-organized system. And this is not easy. This is really not easy and takes a lot of time and effort, but hope very much that together we can do it better.
Yes, thank you, Peter and Alexei. And yeah, this was very good, this last part, to show how a lot of modeling can be done and configuration without programming. So it gives many possibilities.
In some range, of course, there is no any magic here, but when you structure your knowledge in your domain, I think this is a very positive step forward in general for digital platforms, economy, and so on. And not so many developing companies are using such type of things at the moment. So we have some opportunity window.
Yes. Is there any questions now? Would you like to, or is there something that would like to look again, or?
No, I think it's quite clear. Even the last part is something that I can see that as I used to work with Sonera as well, and we had a head architect that actually dictated all the resources and the projects at that time. And usually that was the block of the processing, because it took weeks to organize different projects and organize resources in the right place in the right time. And we only had about 350 people in this department there. So I can clearly see the benefits if you can kind of on the fly just resource things, understanding where they are, what they do, organizing things like that. And this is exactly what I was needed like 10 years ago.
Mika, but one comment, please. Yeah, so this is really the story which we're trying to solve in project management system, which we are in development stage right now. We definitely want very much to show it for you, but you already understood all the main focus. So we want to schedule many projects in one pool of resources to make them more efficient, because current practice is that when you have project, you delegate special team for this project, and maybe this team is not fully utilized, yeah, but they work separately. And then but when you want to optimize this whole thing, then there is a story when you're trying to run many projects simultaneously across the same pool of resources, and it gives you much more complexity, but also much more benefits, because people can be paid a little bit more because they're involved in many projects simultaneously, but they need better organization for all these things, yeah, more flexibility, more open, more proactivity, and so on. And this is a very interesting potential step to how to manage modern project-based organizations. We got some first practice working with aerospace enterprises in Russia, because they're so slow, they're so not efficient, and so on. And we propose something like Uberization of project management, where tasks are fighting for people and people are fighting for tasks. and they find some every time dynamical equality. So this is so interesting area for future developments. It's unbelievable from our point of view.
Indeed, yeah. This is Sakri speaking, and just a short comment because I've been listening to that, and I just read a news article on a newspaper today that how the nature of the working is slowly and even rapidly changing, and if we are talking about like a microtasking and crowdsourcing, this is an excellent tool, not only today but for the tomorrow's challenges in that field.
Absolutely, absolutely. But what I'm trying to say that even for classical, traditional, bureaucratic organizations with 14 levels of hierarchical levels in the organization, it could be some potential solution to make it more smart, flexible, open-minded, and so on, and to increase motivation.
Yes. Yeah, this is very many application areas for this, so that's why this last example was really, really important. And I think in this week we collect the package of these and also the other main solutions that were not presented today and send it at the end of this week. And if Sakri will take then contact and agree on the next steps or what else is needed, right?
It's fine with me. So
yes,
I'll be in touch with you, Mikko, and we will define a little bit of the next steps in this procedure and how we can meet and go forward.
Okay, that works well, and thank you for the presentation. This really showed a deeper and gave a deeper understanding about the task we've been talking already, and also kind of the readiness that you have here also is demonstrated pretty well. So this is really good. Thank you.
Thank you for participating and everyone.
Thank you, guys, and have a nice week.
Yes, we collect with the team the materials and come back after a few days.
Good.
So if nothing else to add, then I thank you and we can close the call. So goodbye, everyone.
Thank you very much for attention. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, guys, who will be the next presenter?
No, what? We finish.
We finished.
Finished. Сергей Кожевников won. Okay.
Okay.
No, that's all.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.